Hollywood celebrities who suddenly lost their stardom.
Lizzo, from icon to controversy. Lizzo wasn't just a pop star, she was a movement. Bold, unapologetic, and body positive, she gave millions a voice and hit the top of the charts with songs like Truth Hurts and Good as Hell. She won Grammys, sold out tours, and became a global icon. But in 2024, the unthinkable happened. Allegations came out, serious ones. Her former backup dancers accused her of sexual harassment and creating a toxic work environment. The internet lit up, media outlets ran with it. On top of that, Lizzo's politically charged performance at a major award show sparked even more backlash. It wasn't just critics, fans were turning too. Within days, she lost over 84,000 Instagram followers. That's nearly 7% of her total audience. Gone. The message was clear. Even the most beloved stars aren't untouchable. Lizzo hasn't responded publicly in detail, but the silence speaks volumes. Her image, once full of empowerment and joy, now carries controversy. For many fans, it's a painful shift. Jack Harlow, caught in the crossfire of culture. Jack Harlow came in smooth, a white rapper with charisma, confidence, and chart-topping hits like What's Poppin'. He wasn't just trending, he was everywhere. Late-night shows, fashion collabs, and even starring in a movie remake. But fame moves fast, and so does backlash. As his popularity grew, critics started asking tough questions. Was Jack honoring hip-hop culture or just benefiting from it? Lyrics from old tracks resurfaced. Accusations of cultural appropriation flooded social media. Some fans called it unfair, others said it was long overdue. The numbers don't lie. Jack lost over 445,000 Instagram followers in just weeks, over 6% of his audience. That's not just a dip, that's a statement. In the court of public opinion, charm only gets you so far. And in a genre built on authenticity, the internet is quick to decide who's real and who's just passing through. For Jack, the mic isn't just a tool, but it's now a test. Brie Larson, from superhero to super scrutinized. Brie Larson's career was on fire. An Oscar win, critical acclaim, and a lead role in the billion-dollar Captain Marvel franchise. She was Hollywood's golden girl. But success came with a side of controversy. Brie spoke out about diversity and inclusion in Hollywood, something many praised. But others didn't take it well. Clips from press tours painted her as cold. Online forums called her arrogant. Critics accused her of pushing an agenda. It snowballed fast. Over 279,000 Instagram followers quietly unfollowed. Fans who once cheered her on now pulled back. Brie didn't lose her stardom overnight, but she became a symbol, not of failure, but of what happens when a woman in power speaks too loudly for some people's comfort. In superhero films, villains are obvious. In real life, the lines are blurrier. Camila Cabello, a star outshined by her past. Camila Cabello went from girl group standout to solo chart topper. Havana put her on the map, and for years she was pop's golden girl. But in 2024, things changed. Old racist tweets from her teenage years resurfaced again. Add to that her involvement in multiple celebrity feuds, and fans had enough. Social media turned. The same platforms that once boosted her now became battlegrounds. The fallout? Brutal. Over 2.1 million followers gone. Just like that. That's not backlash, that's an exodus. Camila apologized, but for many it wasn't enough. In the age of receipts and cancel culture, your past doesn't stay buried. And when your brand is based on sweetness and relatability, cracks hit harder. The music didn't stop, but the applause definitely quieted. Fans who once sang every word now scroll past in silence. Fame didn't just fade for Camila, it cracked under pressure. Selena Gomez. Love and backlash. Selena Gomez has always had strong support from fans. She's been open about her mental health, her past with Justin Bieber, and her personal struggles. But in 2024, things changed when she went public with Benny Blanco. A lot of fans didn't like it. Some felt he wasn't a good match for her. Others said the whole thing just didn't feel right. People started unfollowing, leaving negative comments, and even making hate edits. The internet turned fast. Selena didn't respond much, but the damage was there. Her image took a hit, and fan support wasn't the same. Some fans even started comparing her to past relationships, saying she had changed. It felt like her clean image had cracked. She kept posting and staying active, but the vibe had shifted. For the first time in years, people started questioning her choices. She's still famous, still successful, but this time, even her biggest fans were disappointed. Justin Bieber, from iconic to isolated. Justin Bieber, once the most streamed artist in the world, was living the dream. He had hits that everyone knew and loved, from Baby to Sorry. But by 2024, his story took a different turn. First, he stepped away from his fashion brand and the world noticed. His longtime manager Scooter Braun and he parted ways, signaling something was off. Then, Justin didn't release any new music for over 3 years. His fans were getting restless restless, wondering if they'd ever hear another hit. Fans weren't just worried about his music, they were also concerned about his mental health and personal struggles. Rumors of financial troubles and emotional exhaustion kept surfacing, and Justin's silence only made things worse. He seemed isolated from everything that made him who he was. The Belieber era, once so vibrant and passionate, seemed to be fading. The attention he used to command was no longer the same, and without new music or major public moments, it felt like Justin was lost in the shadows of his past fame. While he's still on the scene, his spotlight isn't as bright as it once was. Fans still remember his prime, but they've moved on. The energy around Justin Bieber feels quiet now, almost like a distant memory. Gal Gadot, from Wonder Woman to War of Words. Gal Gadot was adored worldwide for her iconic role as Wonder Woman. Her portrayal of the powerful superhero resonated with millions. She became a symbol of strength, grace, and female empowerment, praised for breaking barriers in Hollywood. But in 2024, everything changed with one controversial decision. Gal publicly supported Israel during the Eurovision Song Contest, a move that ignited a firestorm of backlash. Social media exploded, and many criticized her for not considering the wider global context of the conflict. What followed was shocking. Gal lost over 1 million Instagram followers almost overnight. Fans felt her political stance was out of touch, and some even accused her of endorsing the wrong side of a highly sensitive issue. Despite the public outrage, Gal stood firm in her beliefs. She refused to apologize or back down, making her situation even more divisive. While some supporters applauded her for sticking to her convictions, the damage to her career was undeniable. The backlash wasn't just a temporary storm, it was a deep cut to her once unshakable image. Gal's fall from grace serves as a reminder that even the most beloved celebrities can face a massive shift in their public perception when their personal beliefs clash with the sensitivities of their global fan base. Armie Hammer, from rising star to outcast. Armie Hammer was once Hollywood's next big thing. With standout roles in films like Call Me By Your Name and The Social Network, he was poised to join the ranks of A-list stars. His charm, talent, and good looks made him a favorite among critics and audiences alike. But everything came crashing down in 2021 when disturbing allegations surfaced. Armie was accused of sexual assault, emotional abuse, and sending inappropriate messages to women. The details were shocking, with accusations of manipulative behavior and dark fantasies that left many horrified. As the accusations mounted, the fallout for Hammer was swift and severe. Major film projects were canceled, his representation dropped him, and he became persona non grata in Hollywood. His once promising career was all but destroyed, and his public image turned toxic. Despite attempts at a comeback, such as a podcast and an indie film release, Armie's reputation remains tarnished. Public interest in his career has evaporated, and many wonder if he'll ever fully recover from the damage done. His case shows just how quickly a star can turn into an outcast when the trust between them and their fans is shattered. Armie Hammer's story is a stark reminder of how fragile a celebrity's reputation can be, and how allegations of misconduct can completely derail a career that seemed destined for greatness. Drake, the fall of the Sixth God. Drake, known as the Sixth God, has long been considered one of the greatest artists of the 21st century. From his early days on Degrassi to dominating the rap and pop charts with hits like Hotline Bling and God's Plan, Drake seemed untouchable. His blend of rap and R&B made him a global sensation and a cultural icon. But in 2024, his reputation took a hit. The highly publicized rap feud between him and Kendrick Lamar escalated into a full-blown battle for the ages. Fans were eager to see who would come out on top in this high-stakes rivalry. However, it was clear that Kendrick Lamar had the upper hand, as his diss tracks tore into Drake with brutal precision. Drake's response felt off. His bars were less sharp, his punchlines less impactful. The memes flooded the internet, with many fans and critics agreeing that Kendrick had delivered the knockout blow. For a rapper who once seemed invincible, this was a surprising and humbling moment. While Drake is still undeniably successful, the feud exposed cracks in his near-perfect image. His legacy, once untouchable, was suddenly questioned. The Sixth God was no longer invincible. His reputation, once sealed, now seemed more fragile than ever.